A little behind the scenes, I do see a few of our presenters for our next session for recreation. Keithan and Mary, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name, Medellin. I will promote you folks to panelists so we can get you guys set up for our next session. For those of you that are watching at home, just hang tight, we'll be right with you. If there's anyone watching right now and I did not see you as a panelist to switch over, let me know. Sometimes your guys' names come up differently on my view. You just drop that in the chat and Allison will let me know if I need to swap you over.
Are you able to see me?
I can see a little bit, Keithan. You might have to tilt your camera down. Tana, you're a panelist. What organization are you with? Oh, that's perfect, Keithan.
Is that better?
So we will start at 1:45. Those are their panelists. You should see the little functions at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You'll see a video and a mic. So you could be turn on yourself when we're ready for your presentation. And then you let Kayla know just by saying, Kayla, next slide. We're all here. We have 5 DP staff in the background, myself, and then there's Allison Belding. I don't know if you guys want to turn your camera on real quick. Kayla is going to be doing our slides, and then Marilyn and Dinah are doing our backup. But panelists, if you need any support, please let us know for sure. You can chat us or just go ahead and let us know verbally. Thanks, Allison, for starting on. 1:45, so the first person that's going on is Colorado Ballet. Tana, Colorado Soccer Buddies is next. After that, then Guided by Humanity, Family Theater, then Saves Rec. Keithan, that'll be you, and then the ARC for Arapahoe and Douglas County, and then Wayland Band. We will again introduce you so that way you'll know when you're going up. Once you start talking, the camera will go to you. I'll turn my camera off, and then you'll be right next to your slide, is how it'll look, okay?
Kayla, for me, can we start with my slide number 2 as the first one, and then my slide number 1 be the second one with all the detailed information?
I'll switch those around for you real quick.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You want your kid to go, depending on how much soccer or instructional classing, schooling they've had to really fit your child's needs and make you comfortable. Our classes are 1 time per week for 50 minutes. So it's an instructional soccer class. We don't have soccer games on the weekends, so it's very low commitment, but super, super fun. We have indoor and outdoor locations going on right now. So our outdoor locations are going to be ending, and we were moving all indoors starting November 1st. We have locations in Colorado Springs, Denver, and Castle Rock. So we are all over to have some soccer. All right, I am ready for the next slide. So kind of going based off of what I've already said, we are an instructional soccer program, and we base our classes off of curriculum. So we have a set curriculum for every single class that your child attends. So there is a purpose and a plan every time you walk into our door. The thing that's different about Soccer Buddies is that we want your kids to have so much fun when they leave. So instead of just kick the ball, it's kick the ball into the magic rocket ship, and then we're going to blast off into the moon, and then the soccer balls are these blue moon rocks that you have to kick back into the spaceship. So we do a lot of really fun things with imaginative play for younger kids. And then as they get older, obviously we start focusing more on skills, but we do want them to be leaving having the most fun and wanting to come back every week. We do offer free trial classes. So if you are interested, you can call or email us at 719-330-9642. And my email, where you will contact me directly, is info@coloradosoccerbuddies.com. And we can set up a free trial class specifically for you, and there's no long-term commitment. And this soccer class that's free it's just for fun. You don't have to make any commitments at all. If you do like it, it's a monthly membership of $75 a month. We do offer sibling discounts, and we have a buy two, get one free promo going on. If you have more than 2 kids, that's something really great that we can do for you. So yeah, we would love, love, love to see you at any of our locations for a free trial class.
Great, thank you, Tana.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Again, if you're joining us now, we are talking about recreation. We just finished our second presenter, Colorado Soccer Buddies. Guided by Humanity is next with Mary. Mary, I think you've been here and you heard the spiel, but feel free to take the lead, let Kayla know when you're ready to go.
Okay, I'm ready. Hello, everyone. My name is Mary Medellin Sims. My pronouns are she and her. I'm wearing a blue shirt, fake leather feather earrings, and my hair is in a ponytail. At Guided by Humanity, we're a nonprofit that offers accessible, inclusive, and compassionate yoga and mindfulness to those with limited access. We provide community outreach as well as a home base at 3496 South Broadway. It's in the heart of downtown Inglewood. Okay, next slide. Our offerings are our All Abilities yoga classes. We have a sound and dance class. We have by POC, Black, Indigenous People of Color, All Abilities class. We have a mindfulness bus program and mindfulness cooking class, and also a mindful grief support, all for our IDD community. Okay, next slide. What can yoga practices offer? Next slide. Naturally, there are mental benefits, including language and communication. Decreasing anxiety increases self-esteem, coping skills, and self-regulation. Decreases insomnia, improves concentration and focus. Next slide. Also, the physical benefits: increased flexibility, increased muscle strength and tone, improved respiration, energy, balance, and my favorite, digestion. Next slide. And the social benefits: community, social connections, feeling safer in the space with our trauma-sensitive practices, increasing inclusivity and integrated spaces and places of belonging. Next slide. So how do we differ from typical yoga studios? Next slide. Oops, sorry, I was supposed to talk. Go ahead and go back to that other slide. Let me talk through that. All right, so how do we differ? We differ in that we are focused on a social model versus the therapeutic model. As I just discussed earlier, that there are natural benefits. I really feel that we are a soft approach to mental health, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech therapy. But what I'm meaning by the social model is that we're finding healing through those community connections, through accessibility. All of our classes are accessible and or adaptive. they're also inclusive. We have specific classes for all abilities. We also have integrated classes called Yoga for All, and all of our classes are also accessible. They are equitable in that we're uplifting. We have folks on staff that have intellectual disabilities. We are people informed, and we have naturally compassionate programming as a yoga studio. We have a variety of staff that not only represent our students, but also are social justice activists, disability activists, physical therapists, behavior analysts, and nurses. With our classes, we not only focus on the obvious with the fine motor, the gross motor, but also social emotional skills. And we have a variety of healing modalities as well, through singing, through dance, through art, ecstatic movement, and also working with musical instruments. Our classes are free to the disability community along with tiered pricing. We have a pay it forward membership as well, and we always welcome donations. We provide services from ages 3 and beyond. And we also have a mindfulness retreat scheduled for adults November 7th from 12 to 8. All right, I'm ready for the next slide. And here I am, here's my information, Mary at guidedbyhumanity.org, along with my phone number. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Mary. All right, Mary from Guided by Humanity. Next up, we will have Family Theater Company. Erin Banta will be our presenter. Erin, when you're ready, please feel free to turn on your camera and your microphone and let Kayla know when to start your slideshow.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So hello, my name is Erin Banta. I'm the Administrative Assistant for Family Theater Company, PHAMALY. I am a white female in her 20s with dark brown hair. I'm wearing a really big pair of headphones, and I have a blue shirt. And finally, I use she, her, and hers pronouns. So I'm going to quickly go through family and what we do, a little bit about our current programming and how things have changed, and how to get connected with family. So this first slide here, this is a little bit about our history. Family Theater Company was started in 1989 by 5 friends in Denver who originally specifically had physical disabilities and were not finding a lot of opportunities to perform in a full-scale theatrical production, so they made their own opportunities. Eventually, we've grown to include all types of disability, and over the last 30 years, we've continue to grow to be more inclusive, equitable, and accessible. Great, next slide. So as far as our upcoming programming, catching you all at a great time, because this upcoming Sunday we have our live stream fundraiser. This is a virtual, free, family-friendly event. Accessibility services available if you are interested in checking out what we do and how we keep our performers creative. Tune into the show. It's free to watch, and it's a nice way to kind of get introduced to how we work. Given we are a live theatrical company, obviously things have changed with the COVID-19 pandemic. So we've been moving more to a virtual format. So far this year, we've done things like play readings and workshops, individual virtual coaching, public presentations. We've been doing a digital series and different filmed projects where we can bring in a couple actors at a time and make sure our community stays safe. Great. Next slide. So at this time, we don't have our season for 2021 established. We're still leaving a little room for flexibility. But if you are interested in getting connected with family and making sure that you are informed right when the opportunities do arrive, there is a couple of email lists that we have. We have an actor, audience, and volunteer list that informs people of all of those things separately. If you want to join that list, go ahead and email me at info@family.org. You can also connect with us online. Most of those notices go out on our Facebook page, Instagram page, and all of our digital content goes out through YouTube. All right. That is all. I hope everyone's able to make theater with us sometime and eventually in person. Thank you.
Thanks, Erin. Wonderful. That was Family again with PHAMALY. We do have all the presenters' brochures, information, contact information on the landing page as well in case you're not able to jot that down quick enough. Let us know in the chat if you need any support on any of that. The next presenter is from Saves Recreation, Keithan Holiday. Keithan, if you're ready, please turn on your microphone and your video and let Kayla know when you're ready to go.
Kayla, I'm ready. Guys, I want to thank you for giving Sage Recreation Center an opportunity to announce our facility to all of the developmental pathways participants. My name is Keithan Holiday. I am a Black male, middle age. I am wearing a black hat, baseball cap that says Saves on it. I have a jersey that is purple with our logo, which is about 6 different wheelchairs in different colors. And I wear glasses, black man. Our mission here at Sage Recreation Center is Sage Recreation Center is dedicated to empowering individuals with special needs and unique challenges through community outreach, health and wellness, recreation and education that promotes learning opportunities that's designed to strengthen and develop lives. Here at Sage Rec, we are a recreation facility that caters to people with special needs, physical disability, mental disabilities, our elderly, our youth, which are most of the people that are often pushed aside or forgotten about. We are a recreation that provides fitness, arts and crafts. We also provide music. We also provide different crochet classes. And we also provide just camaraderie in our media area. If we can change to the next slide, Caitlin. Saves Recreation Center, again, our mission is at the top. And the cost for us to drop in for people that are seniors or disabilities is $3, and our youth. For our young adults, it's $4, and for our adults, it's $5, and that's just a drop-in. For the monthly part, it's $10 a month for disabled seniors and kids, $15 for young adults, and $20 a month. We have no contract. We do provide you sign a waiver since we are in the process of going through a pandemic. We have some guidelines that we would like all of our participants that are entering the facility to follow, which is mask covering, washing of your hands. We provide sanitizer. We also do a temperature check once you walk through the door. We also clean our facility 3 or 4 times a day, depending on how much traffic we have in or out. We are practicing at a 25% occupancy, so we're able to hold 50 people inside our building. We are also asking that if you want to come in with a large group that you call and make appointments so that we can make necessary arrangements for activities to be done. We also have a few events coming up this month. We are doing a coat drive starting on the 14th and a coat giveaway ending on the 17th. We are having a Taste of Sage to where we're having a bunch of vendors come into our parking lot, set up food and other entertainment, and giving you guys the opportunity to see what type of foods we have in our local Aurora community and see what type of vendors that we have to promote insurance carriers, jewelry, shirts. And then we're also having a spooky Halloween on October 31st. It's an all-day project. The cost is $5 per person. What that entitles you to is games, prizes, a haunted house, and with developmental partners sponsoring and partnering with us, we are also doing a trunk or treat, which different vehicles will be posted and handing out candy. We're also doing a costume party, a costume contest for the best costume person. And then we're just having dances and other games that we're allowing for that particular day, which is Saturday, October 31st from the hours of 8 to 9. Please feel free to contact us at the number listed on the screen, which is 303-353-9822, or you can just email us, thank you, Kayla, or you can just email me at kholiday@savesrex.org. I look forward to you guys having any questions. And one more thing I would like to announce, with Developmental Pathways partnering with us, anyone that is a participant through Developmental Pathways are welcome to come here and get a punch card for free. If you and your family are able to, in that punch card, you can start a monthly waiver with us that Developmental Pathways will help you take care of the costs. So it would actually be free for you guys to just come in here and practice on your health, practice on your fitness, practice having fun, practice dancing, and practice music. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call us again at 303-353-9822. And I greatly appreciate you guys taking the time to hear me. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Keithan. That was Keithan with Saves Recreation out in Aurora. We are talking about recreation. This is our 4th session for today. I'm Andrea Morales with Developmental Pathways in our Community Engagement Department. Next, we have the ARC of Arapahoe and Douglas Counties with Luke Wayland. Luke, whenever you're ready, feel free to turn your mic and your camera on and go ahead and notify Kayla when you're ready to go.
Hi, I'm Luke Wayland. I'm with the ARC Arapahoe and Douglas Counties. I'm a white male, grayish black hair, beard, and a gray shirt, says the ARC. The ARC Arapahoe and Douglas Counties is an advocacy organization. How we're kind of wrecked in the rec center group, I'm not sure, but we do provide a lot of events and a lot of education and classes that go on. We're a free organization that serves Arapahoe and Douglas County. These lists on the screen are the school districts, if you're a school-age family or individual, but we serve from birth to death. We provide advocacy for all individuals that are free of cost to help navigate the systems, either be with developmental pathways, Medicaid, Social Security, school systems, IEPs, 504s. We run a number of education and free fun events. Currently, everything is online via Zoom. We do have our Halloween Haunted House virtual Choose Your Own Adventure coming up October 30th. For more information, you can find that on our Facebook page or Eventbrite. Outside of that, we run support groups every Tuesday night with different topics for families and individuals so they can stay connected through the pandemic. We also run classes for individuals themselves and for families to learn Medicaid, social awareness, safety skills, different aspects of the adult and child system. Can you go to the next slide, please? This is adult advocacy, so we embrace potential and child advocacy, essentially everything I kind of talked about, working for increasing employment opportunities, understanding resources, helping families connect. If we could go to the next slide. Our contact information here, so if you wanted to find us, our website, which I believe is in the handouts from this afternoon, our Facebook page, my direct email and phone number. If you live in the, pretty much anywhere in the metro area, there's an ARC chapter that can help you out. So if you need help with getting services or talking to a case manager or talking with the school district or a teacher, please feel free to reach out to the ARCs. You can contact me and I can connect you with any local chapter here in the Denver metro area or across the state of Colorado. Thanks. Thanks for having me, Developmental Pathways, and take care.
Great, thanks, Luke. All right, attendees that are there, if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat. We'll address those at the end of all the presentations. We're almost done with those. That was the ARC from Arapahoe and Douglas counties. Next would be the Wayfaring Band, and that is with Kendall. So Kendall, when you're ready, feel free to unmute and start your camera.
Thank you. Hi, friends. I am Kendall with the Wayfaring Band. I am a white female in my 20s. I have blonde curly hair. I'm wearing a white or cream, I suppose, sweater, and I have big glasses. If you'll go to the first slide, please, Kayla. Thank you so much. I guess first I'll actually say thank you to Developmental Pathways. I can't imagine how many logistics went into putting this together. So thank you for having me and for doing all of this. Really appreciate it. So the Wayfaring Band is not a musical band of any kind, but rather a band of travelers. I like to think of it as Robin Hood's Merry Band of Travelers. That's kind of how I remember, but we have nothing to do with music, which is sometimes confusing. We go to the next slide, please. A lot of our programs have changed because of COVID, like many other organizations, I'm sure. So I'm going to spend just a minute talking about what we would typically do any given year, and then I'll share a couple new programs that we've got going on right now. So in a typical year, pre-COVID life, we go on adventures. We travel about 8 times a year with a group of 16 folks. That includes 5 staff members, an artist in residence who comes on tour and then creates an ode to our adventure. And then we have spaces for 12 travelers. So that's a neurodiverse group of travelers. As you can see in the photos, we do almost anything. We travel by train, bus, plane, boat. We like to be as adventurous as possible. It's a couple local trips here in Colorado, a couple domestic trips in the US, and then 1 to 2 trips abroad. We were supposed to go to Peru this year to Machu Picchu. Super big bummer that we couldn't, but hopefully we'll get to do that in the future. Next slide, please. So like I said, we've had to change our programs a lot, and now we're doing a lot of virtual things. So every Wednesday and Friday at 12:30 in the afternoon, we have what we call a dance break. It's on Zoom. It's open to anyone. It is free, and it will be going for the foreseeable future. And honestly, it's just a 30 to 45-minute dance party. We take song requests. People are spotlit so that we can follow their moves. But it's just a fun way to stay engaged and, you know, get up, get your heart rate up, things like that. Like I said, anybody is welcome to come anytime. You can come 1 time, you can come 5 times, whatever you want. It is open and available for you. And the direct to Zoom link is on our website. Next slide, please. Thank you. We're also hosting an accessible conversation about the upcoming election. It'll be on the 20th of October in the evening. It's a free event, but to register and get the Zoom details, there is registration on our website. We're going to have a retired political science professor come and talk about the election process, answer any questions. It's going to be a bipartisan event, so if folks have questions about candidates, policies, how to vote, what are accessible ways to vote, we'll have all of that information. Like I said, sign up on our website. Next slide, please. Thank you. And then we're doing, it's kind of silly, but kind of fun. We're doing some virtual tours. So since we can't travel in person, we have found a pretty fun way to do them on Zoom. So close to Halloween, we are taking a trip to Transylvania, which is where Dracula, the story of Dracula, is from. Transylvania is a region in Romania. So we are going to be watching some videos and exploring the current culture of Romania, and then also digging into Dracula and the folklore of that region. There's a flight simulation, and then if you live in the Denver metro area, you can opt to have a Romanian selection of foods delivered to your door. So it's a pretty fun, immersive experience. And about every 3 months, we put new virtual trips and new opportunities on our website. The last thing I'll end with here, and it's not on a slide because it was just approved by the city, so I didn't have the language before today, but we are helping an organization called Point B Strategies manage a large fund of money that is to be distributed in sort of micro funds to individuals or organizations in Denver that are working to decrease social isolation for folks with disabilities. So we are looking for folks to be on a council. If you are interested in helping advise how that money should be given out and who it should be given to, you can apply to be on that council. And then providers, if you guys are interested in
Oh, shucks.
I'll make sure you're on
Kendall,
the list to get that info.
Kendall, could you repeat that? It's froze on my end.
Oh,
you were
no,
just mentioning
sorry.
about how you're looking for council members, I believe.
Yeah, sorry. Always got the Wi-Fi problems. So we are looking for council members, folks with and without disabilities. If you're interested in helping to manage a large sum of money and decide who the money should go to, you can be on our advisory council. And then providers, if you're interested in applying for that money, the application will go live the second week of November. Can't believe it's already November. And you can just reach out to me and I'll make sure you're on the list so you get the application when it's live. That's all. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for recapping that for us. That does conclude the presentation side of our recreation session. Go ahead and turn on your cameras, every presenter. We're going to take some question and answer right now. Again, this is Andrea with Developmental Pathways. We have about 5 of us behind the scenes. I can't really describe all of us openly, but I am mid-30 female. And I love that you folks all touched on the visual description as well. So appreciate that. I'll let Allison go ahead and take over the question and answer, and we'll give that over to you.
Sure. So we have a question come in, and I know some of you have touched on this already with COVID times and being a rec center and kind of dealing with, in-person population. They just wanted just a little bit more specifics on your guys' services and how you're following the CDC COVID guidelines.
Well, for Sage Recreation Center, again, what we do is everyone that's coming into the center is required to wear a mask. We also do a temperature check and ask you to use hand sanitizers once we allow you to come past a certain point in the recreation center. As far as the equipment that's being used, we have our fitness equipment that's totally accessible, labeled for every other one, unless you are coming in with a specific group, and then you're able to work out next to these individuals that are in your group. But if you're not in with the person in your group, we do ask you keep one piece of equipment between you guys so that we can practice the 6-feet distancing. We also clean throughout the day. We also ask people that are participating to wipe down anything that they use, and then we go back and wipe it down just to make sure that it's sanitized all the way.
Great, thank you.
At Soccer Buddies, so our indoor classes, whenever you walk in, you do obviously have to wear the face shield or the face mask. Our coaches get to decide between the two due to their breathing. They can decide on the face shield or the face mask. Most of us prefer the face mask because then the kids can see us smiling and having fun. But then on top of that, we routinely clean after every single class, and then we have capped numbers for our soccer classes, so we can't go over 14 kids, and then we limit the spectators that can come in. We also provide hand sanitizer that was given to us by the PPE program, so it is safe hand sanitizer. We also, our outdoor classes are a little bit different because we have to be more diligent. Oh, sorry. That might have been my computer. But we have to be more diligent about cleaning everything since it is outdoors and we play with a lot of things in soccer. So every single spot, soccer ball, cone is sanitized after every single class. And then we have contract tracing in place. So that way we can contact any families if we need to.
Great, thank you.
I'll go. Yeah, so at Guttaway Humanity, we have a very similar protocol as far as sanitization with the hands. We also take temperature checks. Everyone is required to wear a mask or a shield within our space. We also offer very limited in person. Our class sizes are 5 and under, as well as virtual offerings. We also sanitize all of our mats and chairs and blocks before and after classes.
Great, thank you. Erin? Still can't hear you. Can't hear you. Would somebody else want to take over and while Erin works on her?
Hello?
Oh, there we go, Erin.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Must be internet. Anywho, we're on a virtual format at this time, so we're not actually accepting any audiences. All of our things are being streamed or shared in a digital way. As far as performers go, we've been doing mostly things filmed, so we might have a couple of performers in the room at a time. No more than for to maybe 5 in the last several months. So most of it's about being strategic and planning. And so if anyone is cast in one of our productions, working with their schedule to find individual time to get recordings done. Eventually, when we move to a more open format, that's when we will institute things like social distancing with our audiences, temperature checks at the door. But at this time, we're doing that for all of our performers every time we meet. So.
Great, thank you.
We're also only doing virtual classes currently, looking to reassess in the spring.
Okay, great, thanks, Kathy.
The Wayfaring Band is also totally virtual right now, given that there is not a very safe way to travel with a large group of people right now. We're sort of on hold for travels for a while. Fingers crossed, not too much longer though.
Thank you. Anybody else want to add anything else? No? Okay. That would be it, right?
Awesome, thank you, Allison. Thank you all presenters. You're welcome to hang around. The next session will start at 2:45. We'll be hearing from day programs. Those of you at home that are watching that still have some questions or any supports that you might need, feel free to drop them in the chat. Actually, I was wondering if there's any Spanish-speaking supports from any of the providers that you want to touch on, or ESL supports that you might have that we didn't get a chance to hear from.
Sorry, you cut out on my end. Could you repeat what you just said?
Sure. Sorry, Tana. I was
you're
asking if any of you had like ESL or English as a second language or Spanish-speaking supports that are available through your providers.
Perfect. Thank you.
And feel free to kind of popcorn in that one.
With family, we invite all disabled and deaf artists to join us, and we have an ASL stream for our upcoming show, and we generally do interpreted or audio described or captioned for all of our performances. So
thank you. And that's Erin from Family.
We don't currently have any Spanish-speaking instructors, but.
Great. Thanks, Cassie. And that's Cassie from Colorado Ballet? Yes.
Yes.
We do have translators that you can talk to when you call in for Soccer Buddies. If you need help with registering or really any situation, we can figure out ways to make sure we communicate everything clearly to one another so we know exactly what you're getting into.
Thank you, Tana.
Hi friends, Kendall here with the Wayfaring Band. We have a few folks on staff who speak Spanish, so if anyone needs translators or Spanish help, we have that available. And then any of our virtual events, we can have interpreters if necessary. So just reach out to us and let us know your accessibility needs and we can make it happen for you.
Thank you. And Mary, I think I saw your unmute.
Yeah, so we also have Spanish speaking and provide interpreters as needed.
I know as our team was preparing for this, we were still kind of looking at different ways to get interpretation or, closed captioning, still rolling those things out. So thank you so much for your patience on that. We do know we're working on it. It's not ruled out yet on this specific event. This is our first virtual event. So testing the waters on some of it, but it's been good to kind of get that going with you all. So thank you so much, panelists, for coming and presenting. Again, all the presentation slides, brochures, and contact information is on our landing page for you folks. For the people at home, they're able to download any of that as well, so they can have that, and we can have their accessible to your emails and contact for you folks if they want to reach out, or how to reach out to you folks as well. You're welcome to stay around and hang out. We will start our next one at 2:45, where people will present on their day programs. But that does conclude our session for recreation. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.